A job offer that promises $2,000 a month, free housing, and easy work. Sounds perfect, right? But is it really everything the rumors claim it to be? And 300 miles away, this teenage girl is testing future husbands in a love hut built by her parents. From sacred taboos and whistling rules to lakes that breathe and oceans that glow, this isn't the Cambodia you think you know. You scroll through social media and see a post, work in Cambodia, easy typing job, $2,000 a month, free accommodation. Sounds tempting, right? Thousands thought so, and walked straight into one of Southeast Asia's most terrifying scams. For years, the promise of easy jobs with high pay has been used to give people from neighboring countries Vietnam, China, the Philippines, and beyond into Cambodia. They promise easy jobs, then smuggle people into guarded compounds. Once inside, reality hits hard: 16-hour workdays, no freedom of movement, and constant surveillance. Have you ever come across scammy ads like this before? Let us know in the comments. Think you know your manners? Cambodia's unwritten rules might surprise you. First, never touch someone's head. In Khmer culture, the head is sacred. Patting a child's head, something tourists often do, is deeply offensive. Second, avoid pointing with your feet or resting them on tables or chairs. Feet are considered the lowest, dirtiest part of the body. Accidentally pointing your toes at a Buddha statue? That could get you thrown out of a temple. Third, the left hand taboo. Cambodians consider the left hand unclean. Always pass money or receive gifts with your right hand to avoid disrespect. Fourth, no whistling at night. Locals believe whistling after dark invites spirits. Even if you don't believe it, why risk being the foreigner everyone glares at? And here's the strangest one: don't step on someone's shadow. Shadows are believed to be part of a person's soul. Step on it, and you insult them. Stepping on it is a major insult, and could cause real offense or worse. Follow these rules, and you'll gain respect. Break them, and you might face more than just a few angry stares. In the remote northeast, the Kreung ethnic minority practices a tradition. Teenage girls are given their own huts to invite boys over and test potential husbands. When a girl reaches maturity, her parents build a small wooden hut for her on family land. There, she can meet suitors privately, talk, and decide if she likes them. If a match is found, the wedding follows, and the husband moves in with her family. If not, she politely rejects them and tries again with someone else. Parents don't interfere, the girl's choice is final. Here, young women hold the power in choosing partners, ensuring marriages are based on love, not arrangement. But as modernity reaches Cambodia's highlands, the practice is fading. Roads, smartphones, and outside influences are reshaping youth culture. Still, among older Kreung communities, the love hut remains a symbol of freedom and a reminder of how differently societies can approach relationships. If you're enjoying these rare glimpses into Cambodia, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps our channel grow and you won't miss what's coming next. In rural Cambodia, some communities have an unusual expectation for young women. They must know how to smoke before marriage. Parents teach daughters to smoke strong hand-rolled tobacco starting as young. Why? Traditionally, it's believed smoking toughens girls, keeps them alert during farm work, and strangely enhances beauty. A bride who doesn't smoke? Often considered less attractive. By the time they're teenagers, many girls are skilled smokers, able to handle harsh tobacco without coughing. Suitors judge this skill during courtship. It's an informal test of maturity and a cultural practice that shocks most outsiders. Though fading in modern cities like Phnom Penh, this tradition lingers in rural villages. It reveals a deeper truth: Cambodia's customs can differ dramatically from one region to another. Cambodia and Thailand share more than just a border. They share a history of tension. In 2025, tensions between Cambodia and Thailand have escalated dramatically. Clashes along their disputed border since May have intensified, culminating in heavy artillery and airstrikes by late July. But how do their militaries really compare? And what do their defense budgets reveal about their capabilities? Cambodia's 2025 defense budget stands at around $860 million, the largest share of its national spending at about 1.5% of GDP. Despite this increase, the Cambodian military remains modest, roughly 200,000 personnel, including army, reserves and police forces, about 200 tanks, and 480 artillery units, and a limited air wing with no fighter jets. Thailand, meanwhile, has allocated about $5.9 billion to defense this year, almost 7 times Cambodia's spending. While that is only 1.1% of its GDP, Thailand fields a much larger and more advanced force, 350,000 active troops, over 400 tanks, 1,200 armored personnel carriers, 2,600 artillery pieces, and more than 100 combat aircraft, including F-16s and Gripens. Its navy operates an aircraft carrier and multiple frigates, giving it regional reach Cambodia lacks entirely. Looking forward, Cambodia plans to launch military conscription in 2026 to boost manpower, but bridging the capability gap will take years. For now, Thailand maintains a decisive military advantage, one that shapes every negotiation and every skirmish on this tense frontier. Who do you think has the upper hand, Cambodia or Thailand? Drop your pick in the comments below. Despite rapid growth in recent years, Cambodia remains one of the poorest countries in the world. Its GDP per capita hovers below $2,000, meaning most families survive on just a few dollars a day. Half the national budget still relies on foreign aid. Rural areas lack basic infrastructure, dirt roads, limited electricity, minimal healthcare. Agriculture, rice, rubber, cashews, sustains millions. Almond factories employ hundreds of thousands, producing clothes for global brands. Tourism, especially Angkor Wat, brings foreign currency, but it's fragile. Pandemics or political unrest can wipe out livelihoods overnight. It also fuels vulnerabilities, why scams and illicit human trade find fertile ground here. Yet amid hardship, resilience shines. Cambodians are known for their warmth, humor, and deep cultural pride, qualities visitors never forget. Sihanoukville was once a sleepy beach town. Today it's unrecognizable, lit casinos, Chinese-owned high-rises, and beneath the glitz, a dark underbelly. As gambling is illegal in China, thousands of Chinese tourists flock to Cambodian casinos. Alongside them come criminal syndicates running online scam compounds. This boom transformed Sihanoukville's skyline, but also its crime rate. Locals complain they've been priced out, their beaches polluted, their culture overshadowed. For travelers, the warning is clear. Sihanoukville is no longer the backpacker paradise it once was. Adventure seekers now bypass it for quieter islands like Koh Rong, leaving the city to high rollers and the criminal networks lurking in their shadow. When people imagine Cambodia, Angkor Wat dominates the picture, but few realize just how vast and complex this temple truly is. Angkor Wat isn't just a temple. It's part of an entire city of stone that once supported a population comparable to medieval London or Rome. Built in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II, Angkor Wat was originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu before transitioning into a Buddhist temple centuries later. Its 5 lotus-like towers symbolize Mount Meru, the mythical home of the gods, surrounded by oceans and mountains in Hindu cosmology. The moat that encircles it isn't just decorative, it represents these cosmic waters, anchoring the entire temple in myth. But here's what makes it mind-blowing. Angkor Wat is bigger than the city of Paris inside its outer walls. The scale is hard to comprehend until you walk its endless galleries, each lined with intricate bas-reliefs stretching for hundreds of meters. These carvings depict epic battles, celestial dances, and scenes from the Ramayana and Mahabharata, myths so detailed you could spend days decoding them. The engineering feats are equally astounding. Millions of sandstone blocks, some weighing over 10 tons, were quarried 50 kilometers away and floated down rivers on rafts. Without modern cranes, workers stacked them into towering spires using only ramps and sheer manpower. The precision is so remarkable that, even today, the stones fit so tightly together that no mortar is visible, as if the builders carved each block to perfection. And here's something symbolic. Angkor Wat appears on Cambodia's flag. No other national flag in the world features a building, underscoring how deeply this monument is woven into the country's identity. It's not just a tourist site, it's a national soul. But perhaps the most striking moment is sunrise. As the first light creeps over the towers, the reflection shimmers in the moat. Thousands of visitors watch in silence, cameras forgotten, overwhelmed by a sense of timelessness. It's a rare moment where history, spirituality, and raw beauty converge, and even the most seasoned travelers leave changed. Angkor Wat may steal the spotlight, but the Angkor Archaeological Park contains over 1,000 temples, each with its own story. Beyond the postcard image lies a labyrinth of ruins where history and myth intertwine. Take Ta Prohm, perhaps the most haunting of them all. Unlike Angkor Wat, Ta Prohm was left in near original condition, allowing the jungle to reclaim it. Here, colossal silk cotton trees and strangler figs grow through crumbling walls, their roots enveloping doorways like frozen rivers of wood. Walking through feels like stepping into another world, half temple, half nature, where you expect an adventurer like Lara Croft to emerge at any moment. In fact, Tomb Raider was filmed here, immortalizing its surreal beauty. Then there's Bayon Temple, located in Angkor Thom, the last capital of the Khmer Empire. Its defining feature? Over 200 massive stone faces, each wearing a serene, enigmatic smile. Some believe they represent King Jayavarman himself, others the Bodhisattva of compassion. As you wander its narrow corridors, those faces follow you, watchful, omnipresent, blurring the line between man and divinity. Further afield, Koh Rong rises like a forgotten pyramid in the jungle. Built in the 10th century, this 7-tiered temple resembles a Mesoamerican structure more than a typical Khmer one, a reminder of the empire's experimentation and ambition. Few tourists venture here, making it one of Cambodia's most atmospheric sites. Even outside Angkor, mysticism thrives. Wat Phnom, a hilltop temple in Phnom Penh, traces its origins to a legend of a woman named Pend discovering 4 Buddha statues in a floating log. The temple she built became the city's spiritual heart and gave Phnom Penh its name. These temples aren't just ruins. They're living relics of a civilization that once ruled Southeast Asia, reminders that Cambodia's history is as layered and mysterious as the jungle that hides it. Tonlé Sap isn't just Southeast Asia's largest freshwater lake, it's a lifeline for more than 1 million Cambodians. During the dry season, the Tonlé Sap River drains into the Mekong. But when the monsoons arrive, the swollen Mekong pushes back, forcing water into Tonlé Sap and expanding it 5-fold, from 2,500 square kilometers to over 16,000. This phenomenon floods forests, creates temporary wetlands, and transforms the entire central plain into a vast inland sea. For locals, Tonlé Sap is life. Over 1 million people live in floating villages that rise and fall with the water. Houses, schools, and even temples are built on stilts or pontoons, moving as the seasons shift. Fishermen navigate labyrinths of flooded trees, casting nets at dawn. Children learn to paddle boats before they can ride bicycles. Economically, Tonlé Sap is Cambodia's lifeline, providing up to 75% of the nation's freshwater fish supply. Its biodiversity rivals the Amazon. Giant catfish, rare crocodiles, and countless migratory birds depend on its flood pulse. But Tonlé Sap faces unprecedented threats. Dams on the Mekong disrupt seasonal flows, while overfishing and deforestation erode its ecosystem. Climate change adds another layer of uncertainty, raising fears of droughts or catastrophic floods. Standing on its shores, watching a horizon that blurs water and sky, you sense the lake's heartbeat, a pulse that has sustained civilizations for centuries. Lose this rhythm, and Cambodia loses part of its soul. Cambodian women embody a paradox, outwardly gentle, inwardly unbreakable. For centuries, they've carried the weight of family, tradition, and survival, especially during Cambodia's darkest times. Their beauty standard reflects nature itself, skin kissed by the sun, long black hair, graceful movements shaped by farming and dance. Traditional attire, the sampot, is more than fabric, it's cultural pride, worn in ceremonies and everyday life alike. But beyond aesthetics lies resilience. After the Khmer Rouge decimated the population in the 1970s, women became central to rebuilding families and communities. They balanced raising children, managing households, and working in rice fields or garment factories, often as the sole breadwinners. Culturally, Cambodian women are also keepers of art. The Apsara dance, a classical form dating back to Angkorian times, is performed almost exclusively by women. Its intricate hand gestures symbolize blooming flowers, flowing rivers, and mythical narratives, a living link to Cambodia's golden age. In modern times, women navigate a complex reality. Many seek marriages abroad, hoping to lift their families out of poverty. To understand Cambodia, you must understand its women, soft-spoken yet unyielding, bound by tradition yet forging new paths. They are the quiet force behind the country's survival and its future. In much of the world, birthdays are milestones, balloons, cakes, celebrations. In Cambodia, they often pass unnoticed. Many rural Cambodians don't even know their exact birth date, only the year, sometimes not even that. Why? Historically, birth records were rarely kept, especially during periods of war and upheaval. Instead, age is marked communally. Everyone grows a year older during Khmer New Year in April. Funerals, by contrast, are monumental. In Theravada Buddhism, death is a sacred transition, guiding the soul toward rebirth. Cambodian funerals can last 7 to 49 days, with monks chanting nightly, elaborate offerings, and entire villages participating. Families spend thousands, sometimes indebting themselves, to ensure the deceased is honored properly. One striking custom, during the 49-day mourning period, relatives provide daily offerings of food and incense, believing these help the soul navigate the afterlife. At key intervals, the 7th, 21st, and 49th days, ceremonies are held to mark stages of this spiritual journey. For outsiders, the reversal is striking, life's beginning is quiet, its end profound. It reflects a worldview where death is not an end, but a passage, one worthy of the greatest respect. When travelers think of Southeast Asian beaches, Thailand usually comes to mind. But Cambodia's islands, still under the radar, rival any in the region. Koh Rong, the largest, offers 43 kilometers of pristine coastline. Its most magical feature? Bioluminescent plankton. On moonless nights, the ocean glows with every movement, a natural phenomenon so surreal it feels like swimming through stars. Few places on Earth deliver this kind of wonder. Nearby Koh Rong Samlum is quieter, no cars, minimal development, just hammocks strung between palm trees and soft waves lapping at white sand. It's a sanctuary for those seeking escape from crowded tourist hubs. Then there's Kep, famous for its seafood. The local specialty, blue crab stir-fried with kampot pepper, draws food lovers from across the region. Kep's coastal vibe is calmer than Sihanoukville, offering sunset views framed by French colonial ruins and lush national parks. These islands remain relatively untouched for now. Tourism is growing, but without the towering resorts seen in neighboring countries. Visit soon, and you might experience what Thailand's beaches felt like decades ago, raw, beautiful, and blissfully unspoiled. Cambodia is a country of contrasts, sacred temples and shadowy scams, quiet resilience and bold traditions, hardship and staggering beauty. To walk its streets or paddle its rivers is to glimpse a culture both ancient and evolving, scarred yet luminous. If Angkor Wat is Cambodia's crown, then Tonlé Sap is its heartbeat, and its people, especially its women, are the lifeblood that keeps it alive. Every ritual, every taboo, every smile hides layers of history outsiders rarely see. Which of these truths surprised you most? The lake that reverses direction? The love huts and smoking brides? Or the glowing oceans off Koh Rong? Share your thoughts below. I read every comment. We always look forward to hearing more from you. And don't forget to hit subscribe, turn on notifications bell so we can see you again in our next video. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed it. Your support truly means the world. Wishing you the best of luck. Thanks for being with us on this great journey. Leave your thoughts in the comments and like to help us. Remember to subscribe for more. See you soon.